let's hear this real quick.
I didn't get a request from the governor of Illinois, who's affected maybe more than anybody else, right? And I think until I get that request from that guy, I'm not going to do anything about it. And I feel the same way about crime. We go in, we will solve Chicago within 1 week, maybe less. But within 1 week, we will have no crime in Chicago, just like we have no crime in D.C. Our military is full. We were way empty 1 year ago. Now we're full. So we can go anywhere on less than 24 hours notice. Chicago is a disaster. And the governor of Illinois should say, President, would you do us the honor of cleaning up our city? We need help. They need help. They need help. So we may wait. We may or may not. We may just go in and do it, which is probably what we should do.
Hear that? And what he likes to do is use that the
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Ba'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem, Rakwakwadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, Wakwafim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. So you basically heard this thing with this whole signs of this brother's lesson where it says DJT showing signs of dictatorship. In addition to that, there was this other video which reminded me about the precursor of the dictatorship, okay, where actually let me actually let this play.
Friends star Jennifer Aniston is cutting ties with people in her life who are unvaccinated.
We have to stop coddling the morons who will not get the shot.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? F them, f their freedom. I want my freedom to live.
My skin was on fire from head down to my...
So yeah, you heard that. He said, fuck your freedom. All right. This is what's going on, where they are making an excuse in order to slack you. They're making an excuse in order to do whatever they want. You know, oh, it's for the public safety, it's for this, it's for that, where it says, okay, well, you know what, people are not listening, so we have to just take away their rights, we have to just do this, we have to just do that, where all of the checks and balances, all of the respect, like, for a human being's own a personal agency to do X, Y, and Z is just out the window in favor of forcing their agenda on us. All right. So as a result of that, yeah, this is what we have right now, where you have people who are openly saying to, you know, well, back then you had people openly saying, you know, fuck your freedom and stuff like that. And now you also have DJT, who's saying that he's just going to send the military to be deployed on Chicago. And he's saying, oh, well, yeah, I don't really need the people. I don't really need Congress to approve it. I'll just probably do it anyway. Like, all that stuff is... You see how things are going right now. All right, like, this is not no soft things, or this is not no freedom. Like, all that freedom stuff is going out the window. Now let me get this. Let's start with here. Sirach chapter 10 verse 2. Verse 2: as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyed this people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So over here, we clearly see that the type of person that rules a city, that's what the people are going to be, and the people are already taking up after their leader, where it says, you know what, just I don't even care about people's freedoms and people's choices and stuff like that. We're just going to force them to do whatever we want. Okay, who cares about, oh, it's an issue now, or this, that, and they're going to let people decide and whatever. Wait, no, we can't. That's slacking. Yes, that's exactly what they're doing right now, and they're also willing to destroy the people because a lot of people are not going to be happy about their freedoms being taken away. All right, now next, Psalm chapter 64 verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares purely. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So basically, the Lord's going to make it so that the words that they say is going to incriminate them. And everyone's going to see the lies and the traps that Esau has put out there. Okay, we've already seen, and that's the funny thing. The funny thing about that is that we've already seen it. We've already exposed it. We've already shown you. Because you know what was it? It was a 700. How many? Slakia. There was like 700 or 400, card effects of the what. All right, which they literally publicized it in a document. All right, so it's like, what? How is it that they expose themselves and other people expose them, but yet literally no one sees it, and they're still viewed as the good guys? Okay, but that's because the Lord gave them over to strong delusion, as in reference to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 11. All right, now let's continue on. Matthew 15 verse 4, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Okay, this is a trap. Psalm chapter 34, Psalm chapter 35 verse 8, let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net slacky that he hath hid catch himself into that very destruction, let him fall. And this is the thing, Esau is really trying to destroy the Israelites, but honestly, he is willing to let collateral damage happen. And the thing about the Israelites was, a lot of the Israelites, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of the Israelites, they already were in the new. Even some Israelites, aside from the elect, there were some Israelites that was like, nah, I remember the Tuskegee project. I'm not trusting these people. I'm not doing all that stuff. And I know a few Israelites that are not Israelites. I know a few Jakes that are not Israelites that did not take it, but I also know some Jakes that did take it. All right, so it's just like, okay, well, that's your decision. But at the same time, for those that didn't take it, like, this is the thing. This is where it's like, you are like, I'm not putting myself in danger. I have too much self-respect and self-control to, like, what, I'm gonna make something happen. All right, I'm going to, worry about myself. I'm not gonna trust Esau. Like, nah, like, I know we know the history. We're not stupid. Okay. And then as a result of that, a whole bunch of their people took the stuff. Okay. And then on top of that, Slakia, you look at these.
My toes.
Kind of if somebody's pricking you with little knives all over your body at the same time.
My knees started buckling.
I couldn't stand up. I fell to the ground and I went unresponsive.
I was on the floor convulsing.
Within 3 hours, I was in the hospital.
He was killed by the Pfizer vaccine.
Oh, fuck, Slakia. Anyway, you get the point. Let's moving on, Slakia. Moving on. We're gonna pretend like we didn't hear that, and basically, as you see, you have a bunch of these freaking Edomites that are complaining and saying, "Oh my God, look at this! Look at what happened! Look at all these things, and how we are being look at how we are being not victimized. What's the word? We're being preyed upon, and us listening to them has led to all this different stuff that's happening, where things are not going well, and it's simply because we trusted in Esau." Okay, now let me also get this. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And people hate how this stuff is going on now. Because this is not supposed to be about that, but basically this is what it's supposed to be about. It's a dictatorship. Okay, and in the dictatorship, okay, let's move on to where is it? This Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. When we get to the point where it's like, okay, well, I don't care about any of this stuff. I don't care about the law. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. I'm just going to do whatever I want because these people, they lied to me. They destroyed my things. They destroyed my people, my homes, my whatever. And now, you know, I'm just done. And now I'm just gonna crash out because they ruined things for me. Like I'm in a terrible spot now because they did this horrible thing to me. So, you know, this is what I'm going to do. I hate you guys. I'm gonna, you know, whatever. It's like this is how they are now. All right. Now let's see. First Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 5. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3, Slakia, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as shall fall upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Basically, we're waiting for the destruction, and you have these people who are saying like, oh yeah, it's fine, oh yeah, we trust the government, we trust them, they're doing the best that they can, and stuff like that, but yet they don't know what is going on. All right, they don't understand how all this stuff is just, it's just falling apart. So Isaiah chapter 30 verse, let's start at verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and I cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. For your princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor, hold on, where is it? There's one more. Here, for verse 12, wherefore thus saith the Lord, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise the word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and instant. So basically, because they trusted in Esau, because they trusted in wickedness and oppression and perverseness, then that's when, okay, all that sudden destruction is going to come, because you didn't trust in the Lord, and you didn't have the Lord's protection all throughout that what's it called? That persecution, not persecution, what's it called? Tribulation, Slakia. So with that, I praise this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rukwak, Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad Ball, and Shalom.